Let's get activated, let's get activated. Go QB in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in there.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning AFC champs and the Raiders. Next on EA Sports.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. First down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 6 catches, 74 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to hand the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he maneuvers way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. There's what Carter did in last week's effort. 21 carries, 99 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Carter. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Raiders are going to take
step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From midfield, here's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Garner. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down run where Jacobs won't get a hold of. Maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know where they're going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Vegas. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 24, Wilson. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because of zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to face a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. 3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterback.
Touchdown! Michael Carter, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number 1, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Nowhere to go that time. They maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays and send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive and establish the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hunter Renfro, his 3rd touchdown of the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Moore now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head-to-head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. It's Wilson. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is incomplete. Coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So we have reached halfway now. Proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive. Because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Wilson on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. And despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? That's been an issue for them in this game.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A handoff for Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it will tie our game here in the third. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's more on the return. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And a dangerous throw there from the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Carter with it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to look deep for more. Touchdown, Jets. That's caught. Elijah Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's is Las Vegas ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back, and sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
.43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Now Carter to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 39, Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go. Likely, that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mike 17.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And some room to maneuver. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, 58 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Daniel Carlson set.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. A lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it's ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Just able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A Big play there on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already. While this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry there in second and goal.
Didn't get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Jacobs again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Well, this likely a must-have. Third and goal.
Mike 17, Mike 17. Don't get nervous.
Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They go with Jacobs. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks. They're going to have to really work to make sure it doesn't affect them going forward.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll go again with Carter, and they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hit...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And the Jets have got it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, look to find another down, right?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wilson to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Carr now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Garner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, it's Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd and very short, Carr. And quickly into the hands of Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And that that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Jets have recovered.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking,